Hello rail fans, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft locomotive tutorial. Today, we're going to be building this DMIR Tunnel Motor. And I did have a bit of trial and error in this one, so bear with me as we go through this tutorial. Let's get right into the build. So our first step is going to be to take a dark oak stair out for the coupler, and we'll get that attached up. Underneath that, we'll put a dark oak fence gate, and also a dark oak fence gate on either side of the coupler here. Then, we're going to take out polished black stone block. On the next block down, we need to get 3 of them coming across the middle 3 blocks. On the outsides of it, an upside down polished black stone stair on each side facing outward. Then 5 polished black stone above that. Then we're going to go in and take out a dark oak button here. And we'll put a dark oak button on each side here and here on the second layer. Come in front of it and make a 3 block tall T shape in the center with an end rod on bottom above each rail. In front of that, we're going to switch over to nether brick, and we're going to make a 5x3 coming out to each side of the train tracks here. Then we're going to take out polished black stone stairs, and up on the top here on the end, we're going to put 3 upside down stairs on the top middle. Then in this gap, we're going to put 3 oak slabs coming up to be the stairs, and the same thing on this side over here. Next, we'll do our wheels, so we'll come in front of this and skip 1 block forward from it, and get a netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Then, we're going to take out polished black stone brick slabs and put 2 rows that are 5 wide on the upper hitbox. Then another set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle, and another 2 rows of polished black stone brick slabs on the upper hitbox that's 5 wide. Then a 3rd set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here, and also into the ends of the wheels on this side here. Then we're going to go on top with polished black stone block, and we're going to fill the top middle 3 on the second layer down the length of this truck. We're going to come out 1 block past where the fence gates are. Then we'll come underneath and put 3 across the bottom. Coming off the bottom, we're going to put a row of outward facing, upside down, polished black stone stairs, and that row is going to be 14 blocks long in total. Once you have 14 blocks, 3 polished black stone blocks across this end, and then the same thing over here, a row of upside down, outward facing, polished black stone stairs, 14 blocks long, and that'll frame in the bottom of the fuel tank on this side. Then we'll go back up to the second layer and continue filling the middle 3 with polished black stone block down the length of the fuel tank. We'll stop at the end of the fuel tank for now. Then we're going to do our next set of wheels here. So take back out netherite, and we're going to skip 1 block forward from this fuel tank and get a netherite on each rail again with an end rod axle. Then same as before, 2 rows of polished black stone brick slabs, 5 wide on the upper hitbox. Then another set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle, and another 2 rows that's 5 wide of polished black stone brick slabs on the upper hitbox. Then a final set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here, and also into the ends of the wheels on this end here. Then we'll go back to our polished black stone block, and we'll continue filling the top middle 3 down the length of this truck. When we get down here, we'll stop above the fence gates. In front of that, we're going to do a 5x3 of nether brick blocks. If you don't like the nether brick look, you can also just use brown concrete for the locomotive. In front of that, a T shape of polished black stone with an end rod on bottom above each rail. Then, in front of that, 3 polished black stone across the bottom, and an upside down polished black stone stair facing outward on either side. Then 5 polished black stone above it, and 3 upside down polished black stone stairs up here. Then 3 oak slabs in this gap for stairs, and 3 oak slabs on this side. Then we'll do the coupler, so take out a dark oak stair, turn around, and get it stacked up in the middle till that second block. Come underneath and delete the ones we used for placement. Under it, put a dark oak fence gate and a dark oak fence gate on either side here. Then we're going to come on the sides of the truck here, and everywhere there's a wheel, put a hopper on the side of it. Same thing here, hoppers in front of these wheels. Then we do the other side, hoppers in front of these wheels. One more corner to go, hoppers in front of these wheels. Then we put a polished blackstone brick slab above each of the 3 hoppers. Same thing here, slabs above the hoppers. Then we got to do the other side, slabs above these 3 hoppers. And slabs above these 3 hoppers. Then my front end is facing the void here. So we're going to come on this side here in front of the fuel tank and put a bell right there. Then at the front of the fuel tank on each side we put a player head. Then a crimson sign that's sideways on each side. Then a crimson button. Move down to the very back and a crimson button on the very back of the fuel tank on each side. Then we're going to go ahead and take out an anvil to be our air tanks here. And we'll fill the rest of this gap with sideways anvils for the air tank. Same thing on this side. A full line of sideways anvils that goes from the first button to the back button. Then we'll take out chains, put a chain in this gap here and here. Then in this corner here and here. Turn around, come up here, put a chain right here, and a chain on each side up here. Then we'll take out polished blackstone and we'll fill in the middle 3 on this 3rd layer going end to end. Then on this top outside edge, we're going to go end to end on both sides with nether brick slabs every other block. Then we'll go end to end on both sides and fill in all the gaps between them with oak slabs. Now we're going to come on top of the front in the middle on the 3rd block back from the end. And we're going to make a column of 3 nether brick blocks coming up. Then we'll swing around here on this side, a 3x3 of nether brick. On this side, a 2x3, 1 on bottom. Then we're going to come in and grab a door real quick here and put a door right here. On the outside edge, 2 chiseled nether bricks and then another 4 coming backwards. Same thing here. 2 chiseled nether brick and another 4 coming backwards. Then starting from the back of each side, 4 nether brick on top. Then a nether brick in each corner on the next layer, and 2 yellow concrete in the middle on each side. Then above that, nether brick in each corner again, and 2 black stained glass panes on the side and 2 sticking out, because the windows kind of stick out on this one. Same thing here. Then a black stained glass pane on each side of the front for the front windows, and another brick block in the center between them. On top of the front here, we'll make a T-shape of nether brick in the center and extend the middle 3 of the cab roof to the back of the cab. On the outside edges, nether brick stairs and a row of 4 facing outward. Same thing over here. Now we'll come behind the cab here and we'll come to this other side, 1 block in and a column of 2 nether brick blocks. Turn this way and put a door on it. On the other side, we'll raise nether brick up right here to the top and come over till it covers the door. Then we're going to come down and we'll start working on the rear end of the locomotive a little bit here. So come down to the rear end here, and on top of the rear end in the middle, on the 2nd block back, put 1 nether brick and 1 on each side like this. Then we're going to extend these all up until all 3 of them are 5 blocks tall here. After that, in the center of this back portion here, we're going to make a column of 2 vertical polished basalt. Then a sideways one above it here. And we're going to extend it forward with a line of sideways polished basalt 6 blocks forward from this. Then we're going to take out a polished blackstone slab, come underneath it here, put one here, skip a block, and one here. Then right here, 2 vertical polished basalt, so it looks like this. Then we're going to put 2 layers of iron bars on the side of it here. And we'll do the same thing on this side, 2 layers of iron bars. Above the iron bars, we'll put a row of yellow concrete. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Then on each side above it, 2 layers of nether brick blocks to the front of this section. In front of this, on the bottom of each side, a full single layer of nether brick all the way to the front. Same thing over here, a full line of nether brick. When we get back here in the center, we're going to put a column of 3 nether brick coming up. And actually, I'm not quite liking how this looks, so we're going to take out this yellow concrete and replace it with nether brick blocks. Do the same thing on this side. Take out all the yellow concrete and replace it with nether brick blocks. Next, we're going to come back up to the front end here, and we're going to put a 3x3 of nether brick on each side. Above that, 3 vertical polished basalt on each side, nether brick in the middle. After that, we'll move back down to the back where we left this column of nether brick. And on the side of it, we're going to put a right side up oak stair facing backward on each side, and then an upside down backward facing oak stair on each side. Then we'll come back up here and do our exhaust. So behind this in the center, a smoker, and we'll surround that with nether brick. Then, behind that, we're going to use nether brick, and we're going to come back 7 blocks back from it and fill it in 3 wide here. Then we can go ahead and just fill in all of the side with nether brick until you get to the back of this section. And we'll do the same thing over here. So fill in this whole side to the back of this section. Then down here, we'll use chiseled nether brick to make a reverse L shape for stairs. Then we'll come up here, put a column of 3 nether brick in the middle here, turn this way, and we need an upside down forward facing oak stair and a right side up forward facing oak stair above it. Do the same thing here, so upside down, right side up. Fill in these 2 layers between it with yellow concrete. Then we can go ahead and fill the rest of this up to the top with nether brick. Now come on the side of the cab in this yellow concrete, and we're going to put an oak sign with our locomotive number, which for this one is 410. And we're going to go ahead and hit that with brown dye and a glow ink sac. And then of course we'll do the same thing over here. So oak sign with 410, hit it with brown dye and a glow ink sac. Next we'll make a banner for the logo, so come into a loom with a cyan banner in red dye. Put a red circle in the middle, switch to white dye and put a white border around it. And this is to represent the logo that's on the nose here. So we'll come up and we'll place that banner. We're going to come up here and put it on the side of the nose next to the door. And then the same thing on this side, right in the center of this. Then we'll come back into our loom with a brown banner and yellow dye, put a yellow stripe in the middle. Then switch to a yellow banner, brown dye, horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom, horizontal in the middle here. So it looks like that. Once we have that, we're going to switch over to a new brown banner again here. And yellow dye again, put a horizontal on the top and a horizontal on bottom. New banner again and a horizontal on bottom. Then we'll start placing. The one with the two stripes goes on the side of the nose here and comes right around the front, and then on this side. Then we're going to come back here in front of this section with the single stripe coming forward. Right here we skip the 3 underneath that polished basalt and 1 up by the cab. Up here we put the 1 on bottom right above these iron bars. Then on the back we put 3 with these big double stripes. Then the 1 on bottom right above the iron bars again. Then we go back to the single stripe in front of this section and bring that all the way forward. So we should have something that looks like this. Now we'll come into our loom again, a brown banner, this time black dye, make the top half black, and then put a brown border around it. And these will be for windows. So we're going to put 1 on the back of the cab here and here. And then we'll do the front of the cab here and here. Now we're going to come above this polished basalt section and put a 3x3 of nether brick slabs. Then we'll surround this exhaust with daylight sensors. Then we're going to take out a nether brick stair on the side of the top here. Right here behind it, we need 1 upside down facing forward and then 1 behind it facing sideways. Same here, so upside down forward, then facing outward. Then 5 outward facing deep slate tile stairs on each side. And behind that, a backward facing upside down nether brick stair. Then in the center of the deep slate tile section, we're going to make 2 plus shapes of nether brick slabs for the dynamic brake fans. We'll knock out the centers, put in cobbled deep slate, and an oak trapdoor for the actual fans. Then right behind it on this side, open back-to-back dark oak fence gates for the horn. Come back here, and on this section, starting at the back here, we're going to fill it in 3 wide with deep slate tile slabs. And we're going to bring that forward to the very front of this section here. Till we get right here. Then we're going to come up on top of the cab with a lever, and on the engineer side, starting at the back of the cab, 2 levers going into each other for an antenna. Then we're going to start filling everything on the roof of this locomotive with dark oak trapdoors where we haven't built something. So skip back here and start coming around these dynamic brake fans all the way out to the edge of the dynamic brake blister and in between all the fans. We do the same thing on this side. And then we'll come over here and fill in around this horn right till we get here, and then 1 on this back here. Then we'll do the blower, so right here where this gap is, 3 brown stained glass panes, another 3 yellow, and another 3 brown above it. If you think the yellow stripe looks too big here, you can just make the whole blower brown. Next we'll take out black carpet, put 1 here, and run black carpet all the way down to the back here. And we'll come around the back end here, and around this side, run black carpet all the way forward up this walkway. Then we put one on each of these stairs here. Then we'll come to the front, so 2 up here, come around this corner, a T shape on the front end, come around this corner, and 2 up here. And this back isn't quite right, it needs to be more flat, so we're going to take out this whole center column here. Then we'll have to take out these 3 polished basalt, move it back 1 and fill this gap with nether brick so the back end's more flat looking. And then of course, since we did that, we have to remake that banner. So come back into a loom with a brown banner here, yellow dye, horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom. Then we'll come back here and put a black carpet in that center. And we have to knock out these corner ones so there's a T shape to leave room for our railings. Then we're going to do the actual railings here. So take out an oak fence, come up 3 right here, over 1, and then a 2x2 up here. Same thing on this side, up 3, over 1, 2x2 up here. Here we come up by 4. And same thing over here, come up by 4. Then we'll slide up to the front and do the same thing on the front end up here. So right here, come up by 4. Right here, come up 3, over 1, and a 2x2 up here. Same thing here, up 3, over 1, 2x2 up here. Then here we come up by 4. Then we're going to switch to nether brick fence. Right here, come back 1, up 1, and then over until it connects with the cab. Then we'll come down to the back, connect up our nether brick fence here, and bring it all the way forward. Come right past the blower until it's connected to this cab. Then we do the same thing here, so right here, come over 1, up 1, and then over until it connects with the cab. Then come down to the back on this side, connect it up right here, and bring it all the way forward. On this side, when we get up here, where the stair is here, we come up 1, over 1, up 1, over 2. Now we'll come detail the front end here. So on the side, above the front windshield, we're going to put a dark oak sign for our number plate with the locomotive number 410, and same thing on this other side. Then we'll hit both of those signs with white dye and a glow ink sac. In the center, we're going to put a glow item frame with glowstone for a headlight. Then come down here and put a glow item frame on each side with glowstone for ditch lights. Then we'll come detail the back end. And we're going to have to put glowstone on glow item frames down there if you want rear ditch lights. Then that banner we made in the middle there. Then above it, 2 glow item frames with glowstone for rear headlights. And then on each side of the top, a dark oak sign with 410. And hit both of those signs with white dye and a glowing sac. Now we'll do the interior. So come on in through this nose door and take out wax, oxidize, cut copper slabs. We're going to stack it 1 block high in a line coming right up the middle to the back of the cab. In the back here, 2 blocks high, then another 1 block high right here, then a single slab. Right here we stack it from the floor all the way up to the window. Same thing on this side. Then on these sides, we stack it up 2 blocks high. And same thing over on this side here. Then, in the back here, we put a stair on each side for seats. In that back middle, we're going to put a blast furnace on bottom, glowstone on top. Turn around, put a glow item frame here with a compass, and a lever for the engineer. Then we'll come down here, put an end portal in the nose for a toilet, turn around and put a door right here. Then come out and we're going to stand on the... So we're going to crouch and start putting dark oak trapdoors over everything on the top of this nose, so it covers the hole. And then, once we finished off the nose here, we've completed it. So there we have it, folks. We've completed our DMIR tunnel locomotive. I hope you enjoyed the build. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone have a great week. Stay safe out there, rail fans.